What's up, footy fans? To help us celebrate and continue to grow for TNT in 2025, we're giving away a hand-signed St Kilda jersey autographed by all your favourite players. To honour your string through loyalty, the jersey will be given away to a random YouTube subscriber when we hit 600 subs. Make sure you like, comment, share, and most importantly, tag your AFL friends, especially those St Kilda supporters. We appreciate the love and the support for TNT and look forward to doing more giveaways in the future. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to TNT this Thursday. I'm joined with Turtle. How are we, Turtle?
Very well, thank you. Got tomorrow off, going to the footy, so couldn't ask for anything better.
That's beautiful. Yeah, Taz is out tonight. I think he's heading off early. He's staying at a friend's place, getting heading off early on a golf trip. And Todd's got stuck at work, so Turtle's happy to fill in for us. Before we get started, so if you haven't already, make sure you minimise this chat and like and share this video to any of your friends. Once we get to 600 followers, we're going to give away that St Kilda jersey you would have seen in the little link before. Beautiful. Now let's kick off with some news. The Sire signed a 2-year deal for $4 million. How do you feel about that, Turtle?
I think it's a very smart move on his behalf.
Yes.
One, he could have taken a massive deal from Port, but if you're chasing the flag, Port's not the place to go. So 2 years with St Kilda, big money, and then get offered a whopping contract at a contending club, and they've got there'll be clubs like Brisbane, Hawthorn, potentially Gold Coast. I don't think he'd end up there, but these clubs that are going to be contending, they'll be making room for him over the next 2-3 years.
Yep. And it'll be good to see how the St Kilda step up over the next couple of years, especially with Lee Kalia. I think I heard rumours that someone from West Coast coming over, not Harley Reid, someone else. Can't remember the name now. Not Kelly, but is Ryan, Liam Ryan, maybe.
Oh, Liam Ryan, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know about that because I don't know if they need that structurally. They've got Bradley Hill that can play that same role if they wanted him to.
Yes, that's true.
But I think St Kilda's forward line's slowly starting to come together, and they look better without Max King.
Yep.
100%.
Yes, they do. And the Flying Viking looks good too up back there, so it'd be good to see.
Yeah, Flying Viking. They got Sinclair. I think the big story though is what's going to happen with Marshall,
Windhager, and I think there was another one, wasn't there?
Wilkie. But
Wilkie.
I think he'll stay.
Yep.
I think the Windhager's probably some merit to it. He may go. Possibly Collingwood is looking at him, which I think that'd be great because we could have 2 games a year where he doesn't tag Nick Dacos. That'd be amazing. But yeah, I think that the big part's going to, it all relies on, I think Tom de Koning, so TDK, Sam Draper and Rowan Marshall are all in the same mix, and it all relies on TDK. If he signs with St Kilda, I reckon Marshall goes to Essendon and Draper will end up at Gold Coast.
Oh, nice. And then on other news, ranking gets a 4 weeks, drop down from 5 weeks, so he could be possibly back for the grand final if they make it all the way and they miss their first qualifying final.
Qualifying final, yeah.
Yeah.
They can, but I reckon if they lose that first final, they're not making the grand final.
Yes. So I'm hoping we finish 4th or hoping we finish 4th and we can do that for them.
If Pies can finish 4th, they can get the job done at Adelaide Oval.
Yep, they need to win against Melbourne, which won't be no easy task because I'm sure they'll be out for revenge to get us. And also, Ollie Wines gets dealt 3 weeks for the bump. That wasn't even a high hitting bump. I'm a bit skeptical about this one. I don't even think he hit him high. I think he should have got nothing.
No, if anything, for the rough conduct, as they call it, maybe a week or a fine, at most.
And then I didn't know much about this one. Todd brought it up yesterday, so I was hoping he was on the show to bring it up. But Father, Son, and Academy could be on the chopping block as soon as next season.
Yeah, they have mentioned that. It's
Yes.
they're going to run with it next year. Like, there's no it'll be there for next draft.
Yep.
But it's the one after they're looking at changing,
Yes.
which I think it does need some form of overhaul. But the father son is unique
It
to
is.
AFL. I think it needs to stay.
I think it needs to stay. Even if possibly they up it, because it's had 100 games at the moment. What if they did it to like 150 or 200, where they're like actual die-hard team players?
Yeah, and that's probably a good thing too. But I look at it and go, it's only been the conversation since Nick Dacos came along. Like, that's kind of started the conversation.
And then the Ashcrofts,
And then we got the
Fletcher.
Ashcroft brothers, we got Darcy.
Yeah.
But before that, Liberatore was never an issue.
Yep.
Going to the doggies. But we don't look at all the bad ones. Collingwood's had Callum Brown, Tyler Brown, Will Kelly, Jason Cloak, Cameron Cloak. Even Reece Shaw, he was pretty average. There's 6 off the top of my head already that were absolute flops, basically.
Yep.
But because, Nick is a superstar and Sam Darcy's becoming a superstar and the Ashcroft brothers, all of a sudden it's a problem.
Yeah, and was it who else is there? Darcy Moore was one, Josh Dacos. Yeah. Will Ashcroft was good, and then I think Jasper Fletcher and Levi Ashcroft coming in after, or I think Fletcher was there before last year. But
you can look at Darcy Moore and Josh Dacos, and they didn't really hit any straps until 4 or 5 seasons in.
Yes, that's correct. And that's all it for the news. Now we get into the tips. So tonight we got Essendon Bombers versus Carlton, which I think will be a cracking game after watching both teams last week Essendon come close to beating St Kilda, and they're looking pretty good. And they get back Merritt, and I can't remember who else come back.
There's some late outs for Essendon, actually.
Oh, is there?
That just came through. I will read that out. So Durham is out.
Yes.
Zach Johnson comes in, and who's the other? Lucas Camporelli's been named as Carlton's sub.
Oh.
So
another one for your father's sons?
Yeah. There you go. So Hobbs, Lavardi and Durham were late outs.
Okay.
And in we've got Shield, Merritt, and Johnson. For Carlton, in's Camporelli and White, and out is Lord and Fogarty, which I thought Lord was a strange decision for White.
Yes, it's a very strange decision, especially after their win. Then tomorrow night we'll both be there. Collingwood v Melbourne.
That will be awesome.
I think Moisey will be keen to see that go 1-6. Actually, I shouldn't even put my tips in. I'm going Carlton for Essendon.
Yeah, and I'm lucky enough to be watching it from the President's Dinner.
That'll be good.
Here in the Olympic Room. That's going to be fantastic.
Will be a great one.
But yes, no.
I want plenty of photos,
they worked
please.
it out the other day. Came from Swoop Luke. We need to win. Practically, Collingwood need a 40-plus win to almost guarantee a spot in the top 4. If Gold Coast win both games, it has to be plus 83 or plus 84 combined to take that 4th spot in the ladder.
Which isn't out of the question when they've got Port Adelaide, but it isn't Port Adelaide, and they also have Essendon, but after a 5-day backup.
Yeah, I think it's going to be tough for them, and I think Adelaide Oval is going to be tough for them.
Yes.
Port will bounce back. I reckon they may not win, but I reckon they'll definitely take it to them.
Yes, they will.
They're very proud of their home ground.
And that's on tomorrow night as well, too, isn't it?
Yeah, but they do have, obviously, Wines out, Lorenz is admitted, Josh Sinn's injured, Harrison Ram, Rory Atkins, and Ewan McInally comes in.
Oh, yes. I got Pies winning and Gold Coast.
Yeah, I think I've got Pies and Gold Coast. Taz has got Pies and Gold Coast, and Todd also has Collingwood and Gold Coast.
Oh, so he doesn't even think they will go 1-6.
Yeah, and both of them had Carlton as well. So.
Oh, yeah, beautiful. Then we move into the Saturday games. It kicks off at 1:20 in Marvel with North Melbourne versus Adelaide.
Oh, hang on, I'll just backtrack there. Todd sent me through 2 lots, and he's tipped Melbourne in one and Collingwood in the other. So.
We'll stand by the Collingwood pick. But we'll do a video while we're at the video at the
footy.
At the footy tomorrow to see what he says. But yeah, when do you go home? Do you go home on Saturday, or are you there till Sunday, or?
Yeah. No, we're living it up in the hotel in Melbourne for the night, so we'll head off Saturday Arvo or something. So
Yep, beautiful. So yeah, North Melbourne versus Adelaide, which should be a good game early, but then I think Adelaide will run over the top of them late. So after North Melbourne's big game last week with Harry Chiesel with 54
I
disposals.
I think Adelaide will really want to come out and go hard for Rankin, but two things that are in favour of North. One, they always finish the year strong. Don't know
Yes.
why, they always do.
I think because the pressure's off.
Yeah, and then West Coast, almost toppled Adelaide.
Yes, it did.
So I'm wondering if that, Marvel Stadium travel, the pressure of, everything in the media this week, it's going to be, some big issues in the team. There could be a surprise where Adelaide, they should win, but they don't need to win either.
That's true. They're already 2 games clear, or 1 game clear from.
They're already minor premiers, like you can't change it. So
yeah,
don't be surprised if they take the foot off the pedal.
yes. So yeah, but I'm still tipping Adelaide in that one.
Yep, yeah, we've got Adelaide across the board here.
Beautiful.
Hang on, no, sorry. Of course, Todd, North Melbourne.
Yes, correct. He says he always likes to tip North, and this way so far behind on the tipping. So hopefully that'll come into fruition in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Then we've got the twilight game at the MCG with Richmond versus Geelong, which should be a cracker for Geelong. Maybe Jeremy Cameron might kick 13.
I'm tipping Neil's though. He's out, but he's been smashing the goals recently.
He has been smashing the goals. And how come he's out? I didn't even know he was out.
There was something mentioned. I'll have a look, but I'm pretty sure they said he wouldn't be playing this week.
The lineups, yes, out. Shannon Neal.
Yeah, he got suspended. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and Josh Gibkiss is back.
Oh, Gibkiss is back in.
Let's hope he can stay on the field because I got back to that kid. But it's been 3 years now, and my super coach when I start the year, and he doesn't stay on there.
But he has been in the VFL for the last 4 or 5 rounds because I did bring him into my team into draft, hoping that he was back in the VFL. So I was hoping he'd make a surprise comeback into the AFL, but held him in there and he never made an appearance until now.
But Velocity out's a massive hit for them. And if it's I thought it was a twilight match. I didn't think
it is a twilight 4:15.
Yeah, so I didn't think that what's his face could play.
No, he can. He's going to be home by 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And then we're moving into West Coast hosting Sydney over in the West. Which
it's going to be interesting, that one, because West Coast, they look better without Harley Reid. I'm just saying it.
I know you're a big hater of Harley Reid, but I love him. I think that they've been a bit off with all the injuries. Well, I suppose they did come up against Adelaide when Harley Reid was in, and they did look alright for the first half.
And
Adelaide clawed their way back in the last quarter and got up. But yeah, I still think Sydney are trying to bounce back now, and that I know it's too little, too late, but I think they'll get the win here.
Yeah, well, Marich is out and Owies is out as also, which I don't think Owies has really added much to that team, to be honest.
No, he hasn't. But he's been the same since.
But Baker's definitely added some grunts and to that team, some passion.
Yes.
But Owies hasn't done much. But they've also that Tyrell Dewar is coming back in. I really like that kid. I think he's good. And Swans are gaining Grundy, Bice, and Warner.
Yes.
With Ladham's Cleary.
Corey Warner.
Yes, Corey Warner, sorry. Yep. But I think that's massive ins for them, and I think they'll easily get it done.
Yes, I think so. Then this should be a good game. Or actually, both games on Sunday. Actually, should I say all 3 games on Sunday are going to be crackers, I reckon. GWS Giants versus Naz's St Kilda Saints, which I reckon will be tipping to be a good game, even though GWS should win. But I think St Kilda are sort of looking happier, and they got a bit of fight about them for the end of the season.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be a domination by Giants because St Kilda don't play well away when it's not a roof on their head.
Okay.
Oh, hang on, I got to turn on the charger.
The laptop's about to die.
Laptop was going to die. St Kilda don't have a great record when it's on those crappy grounds.
Yep. And then, so yeah, I'm going GWS, and I think the boys would have gone GWS as well. Then it's going to be the elimination final coming into round 24, where Bulldogs take on the Dockers, and it looks to be whoever loses this will be out of the finals, depending how, as long as Gold Coast get over Port Adelaide on Friday night, looking that way.
I think the Doggies are going to get this done comfortably. The only thing that I'm wondering is, it's going to be a battle of the midfield.
Yeah.
Because both teams have poor defense.
Yes.
But they both have very strong forwards. You've got, Doggies have obviously got Darcy.
Yeah.
Why they keep picking Vandermeer is beyond me. I have no idea why that guy keeps playing. But then the other end, you got Voss, and
yes, but we noticed last week if you keep him quiet, they struggle.
So there's a lot of targets for both teams at either end of the ground. So that it's going to be the battle of Bont and Brayshaw basically.
Yep. And I think Sarong and Brayshaw have got a pretty good disposal count coming at Marvel this year anyway. Well, I think they've only played one game at Marvel, but yeah, I think they're pretty good there. So I'm going to tip the Bulldogs. I'm not confident, but yeah.
I've gone Doggies. And I think I reckon in the end they'll comfortably get it done by about 35 points.
Oh wow, that's a big one. Especially with so much, how much is on the line for this game? It's going to be, that's a big score.
And the other one, what have the boys got? So, Doggies for Taz and Doggies for Todd.
Then we're going up to Brisbane for a nighttime game on a Sunday at the GazzaB. We got Brisbane taking on Hawthorn, where I think Hawthorn will get the job done.
I think Brisbane will get the job done.
Yes.
I think it's going to be a great game, though, but I just think Brisbane is more polished than Hawthorn when it comes to that fast moving of the ball.
Yes.
Brisbane's downfall is their goal kicking.
Yep.
If they can kick straight, they will absolutely dominate and stop that run that that Hawthorn normally have. And I think a lot of teams have shown that they can do it.
Yep.
You've just got to stop Hawthorn with that run. I think that they've got a lot of talent, but I don't think they haven't got that finals experience yet. And coming in these games, these are already the beginning of finals, making the 8, making the top 4. So,
yep. So I think Jared Berry and Erica would come out, but Oscar comes in and Kyle Lohman, plus a few other on the card. I think James Tunstall, Ty Gallop, and Jared Joyce. So Kyle Lohman's a big in, and Oscar, yeah. I think they were opting to Fort being their best ruckman at the moment. That's what it's.
They were, yeah. And we've got both Todd and Taz have tipped Hawthorn as well.
Oh wow, let's go. Then we got the opening round. Well, the one that got cancelled due to the cyclone has got Gold Coast Suns versus Essendon, which seems to be a nothing game for Essendon, but an everything game for the Suns, where they could move their way into the top 4 if they get 2 wins on the board.
Yeah, I think that's going to be pretty clear cut. I think we'll have to see how Essendon respond tonight. If they can keep up with Carlton, they may give Gold Coast a bit of they won't allow a flogging.
Yeah.
I think, it's either going to be, 20, 30 point win, but it's also going to depend on the weather, because if you get that Queensland weather, if it's going to be pissing down rain, it's going to be a low scoring game.
Yes, it is. It is. But yeah, I think the Suns will get it done. I think they're $1.04 favourites, $11 for the Bombers. But the Bombers last week, they looked pretty good at up until halftime against.
They're getting better, and Archie Roberts, absolute gun. So
yep,
it was good that they re-signed him. 16
debutant throughout the year, and Nate Caddy's looking to be good. And actually, Kako was looking pretty good in the midfield.
Yeah,
he looks a lot better than he is up forward. He's a lot more involvement, and yeah.
And I think if you look back, I can't remember what year it was, but it was around. I actually think it might have been 2019 or 2020. Collingwood had the same problem. Like they had I think 14 debutants over those couple of years due to the amount of injuries they were having.
Yep.
And obviously it worked out well because they found the likes of Bo McCreary coming through and Sullivan and all these young players that have actually stepped up. So it can work in your favour in the long run.
Beautiful.
Did we touch on the Gold Coast Port game?
Yeah, we did on Friday. We did
Yes.
briefly, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we talked just after the Collingwood one. But yeah, before we go, tipping, last chance for a perfect round. $20 is up for grabs because we're giving away all the money this year. And then tipping, we'll find out after this weekend or next Wednesday who wins. But we'll see you all back on Monday before another explosive show.
Fantastic. Thanks for having me on again.
Thank you, Turtle. But yeah, before you go, make sure you like it and share this video to anyone, especially any St Kilda supporter that wants to get a 2025 signed jumper, especially signed by Nazim Nanganeen, Desire Wanganeen Miller on the year of his re-signing. All right, everyone. See you all next time.